So check this out. I was raging around the attic the other day and I came across these two covers. This is my midshipman cover. This is actually the cover I was wearing when I got commissioned. This is the one I threw up in the air at the stadium, May of 1982. And then this was the last cover I wore on active duty, my commander cover. It's got the scrambled eggs on the front. But under these covers is my flight gear bag. Let's check out what's in it. All right, let's take a look. Okay, bag within a bag. This is my helmet bag. Naturally, I would expect my helmet is inside my helmet bag, but let's see what's in the pockets here. So here are my logbooks. You can see done up in Diamondback Naugahyde, courtesy of our para-riggers. Took pride in being really good with the Naugahyde. So I have 3 logbooks from my career, starting with my time in the training command. You can see here I am flying T2s, and then we go on to the F-14 RAG. You can see you got date, bureau number, type model series. You have mission code. The red is for nighttime, and then the name of the pilot I flew with is over here. Find my first cruise. My first pilot was Rex Orr. You can see we're flying here aboard the USS Independence, CV-62. And then we had my second cruise aboard Kennedy, flying mostly with the CO, Vodka Gemmel. You like to fly with the same guy as much as you could. Here we are now in my next tour, VF-143, flying what started as the F-14A+. It's kind of interesting that the airplane is annotated in some months as the F-14A+. That was the first type model series designation for the F-14 with the F-110 motors and a few other things. And then they decided to make it the F-14B. You see the first indication of an F-14B is in June of '91. And then when you're done flying, they annotate your logbook like this. You can see there's the puking dog. So no further flights in 143. So after 143, I went to the RAG. And at the RAG, you can see as a basically F-14 training squadron instructor, I'm flying both A's and B's. And the names here are the student Tomcat pilots who are on their way to a fleet squadron. In these months, you can see I'm flying A's and B's, and actually I'm flying with Admiral Les exclusively. 3-star Admiral, he was Air Lant, and that's back when it was okay for 3 stars to fly fleet airplanes. So even when I was the aide, I was able to keep in the cockpit. That was a lot of fun, and got to put on my RAG instructor hat because Admiral Les was an A7 guy by fleet experience. He was obviously qualified in the F-14 and a great pilot. He had been CO of the Blue Angels and some other things. It was a lot of fun to fly with. So from there, I went to my department head tour in VF-102. So they had transitioned from the A to the B. So again, got lucky, flying the B. Now we're aboard the USS America. Flew with the XO at the time, Kurt Dale, Kraut, former Top Gun instructor, great guy. He and I had good times in the airplane. We were a well-oiled machine, and we really flew a lot of sorties in support of that operation to get the Serbs out of Sarajevo. So you can see the logbook is absolutely full. And then following that cruise, I became the Air Wing OPSO for the same Air Wing, and that gets me into my 3rd logbook. So now we're aboard the George Washington, and as a function of that, I'm not flying all that much because I'm doing a lot of staff work. So, you know, flying at best half what I was flying before. Now I'm still flying with VF-102 because it's Air Wing 1, We've gone from America to the George Washington. So you can see CVN 73. And that kind of wraps it up. So this is a lot of fun to find that in the helmet bag. But of course, in the helmet bag, here we go, helmet. So in the helmet is my skull cap. These were the custom-made Diamondback skull caps. You know, you just wear this kind of like a Monty Python Holy Grail look here. So this is an HGU 55. You can see here mounts for the night vision goggle device. My first helmet was the HGU 33 with this visor housing. I got this one to commemorate my flight with the Blue Angels, gold visor, very Blue Angel-like. So the HGU 33 was replaced in the early 90s with the HGU 55, which had been an Air Force standard, much lighter without the visor housing. So under G, this was a lot more comfortable. And the visor just snapped to the front of the helmet. So here's my Diamondback tape job. This used to say Mooch. And let's see how it fits. All right, there you go. In Top Gun Maverick, you can see they're wearing HGU 55s rather than the new helmet, which is sort of strange looking to my eye. It has a different visor housing that makes it look kind of insect-like. So I prefer the streamlined look of this helmet. Obviously, Tom Cruise preferred the streamlined look of this helmet as well. And you can see that in Top Gun Maverick, they're wearing clear visors along with their call signs on the front of their helmets. All right, here's the G-suit. This is actually an Air Force style G-suit. It's not made of the Nomex material. It's more like a, more cloth feeling G-suit. The other thing about it is the zipper, instead of zipping from the bottom up, zips from the top down. So the way the G-suit works is the hose is plugged into a receptacle that's located in the cockpit, and under G, air is vented up the hose into the bladders that are located along the legs, and that expansion causes the G-suit to constrict around the aviator's legs, which is designed to keep the blood from pooling in the lower extremities and assist the aviator in maintaining consciousness under G. So, nothing in this pocket. And there's something in this pocket. Ooh, a piddle pack. This thing's been in there since at least 1998. So people sometimes ask, hey, how do you go to the bathroom in a tactical jet when you're strapped into an ejection seat? Well, you use a piddle pack. Pretty self-explanatory. But I'll tell you what, let's try a little experiment. And I'm going to waste this one in service of the channel here. So I've got a bottle of water handy. So let me open this puppy up. So ideally what happens is when you use this, the sponge expands and absorbs the liquid. So let's see what happens. There you go. I don't know if they're still using these particular models of the piddle pack, but that's where you go. I flew with one pilot in particular. Using the piddle pack was a ritual, especially at night. We'd get into Marshall, wait for our approach time, and he would say, I'm going to make a sandwich, and he'd use his piddle pack. I think that's kind of how he got in the zone to get ready for a night landing. So in any case, piddle pack. Don't leave the ship without it. All right, and then we have the harness. Clipped to the harness is the O2 mask. And then also, and I kind of feel like I should have turned this in, here is what is called a mini regulator. So this goes from the mask to the side of the airplane. It has both the communications connection as well as the oxygen. Ready to go. In this pouch, we have the survival knife. It's got the hook for cutting your parachute cord. Also, you can see the parariggers taped the knife so that the switchblade wouldn't come open before you were ready for it and puncture your life preserver. And then on the other side, we have a water bottle attached with a cord. No water in this one. And obviously that's not a whole lot of water. And then you had the place for the flashlight here. Something to point out with the harness are the coke fittings. These are the things upper and lower that connected you to the ejection seat in the airplane. Now, missing from my flight gear bag is the LPU, life preserver unit, which would fit over the top of the harness. In the final scene of Top Gun on the flight deck, when they all get back, they're wearing the sort of LPU that was used at the end of the 90s into the 2000s. The current LPU is more streamlined, sort of just a neck ring. So the only question now is, does this stuff still fit? So I'm going to pull an Ali Spagnola and do a little video magic. Here we go. All right, there you go. I'm ready to man up. All right, that'll do it for this episode. If you're a first-time viewer, please ring the bell, become a subscriber so you don't miss anything. Give me the likes and comment. Check the links below for merch and also where to get the Punks Trilogy, my first 3 novels about an F-14 squadron, just re-released by the Naval Institute Press. Use the discount code PUNKYT at usni.org at checkout for 25% off. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon below, or become a patron at patreon.com/WardCarroll. And I look forward to talking to you again soon.